Welcome to Pull a Pin Ready War Room Edition. I'm your host, Jim, and with me from below.
Coming out of my foxhole.
Yeah, you had to recover from that last episode, right?
That was like 2 days ago. I recovered from that.
Well, I think it still applies. So I'm not really sure what's going to happen in the future because I don't predict future stuff. But we're going to keep doing our headlines because that's what we do. That's what we get paid to do, right? Yeah. Have you gotten paid yet? No, me neither.
I'm here because I love the show.
Yeah, me too. So whoever's getting paid, we want a raise. So you know how this works. We pull some headlines and we talk about them from our perspective as average veterans or amazing average veterans or whatever veterans that don't need to brag about themselves. Whether we read their articles or not, chances are we probably haven't, but we still got a lot to say because we're always right and we've seen a lot more than you. So anyways, that's how it works. So let's go ahead and just jump right into the first headline. Army veteran who stole millions worth of equipment from Fort Hood gets jail time.
Good. She should have. I actually read this article.
Oh, did you? I was going to ask if it was Mike. That's why he disappeared.
No, it wasn't Mike. But it was at Fort Hood, I do believe.
Yeah. Says it in the title there.
Well, I think it was her and another person actually stole. They had access. They stole like 3 a.m. But when you go into these rooms, you have to enter the keypad to get in to get stuff. So, hello, dummy, you entered your pet. There's cameras in these arms rooms to steal stuff. Obviously, not as smart. I think she was a specialist. Obviously, not too special of a specialist. But then she's gave it to or sold it to somebody else who then turned around and sold it on eBay with serial numbers on eBay. So, good job, CID.
Well, all right. So let's look at this just a little bit deeper here. Just a little bit. I mean, it's not hard to steal millions worth of equipment because we pay a lot of money for stupid little stuff. So True. I don't know what they stole. Maybe you read what they stole.
Yeah, they're stealing like the scopes and good stuff. Not any weapons, but just like the scopes and stuff that go on weapons and stuff like that, and radios. Not like camouflage or shovels and stupid stuff like that.
So what you say is true, that there's a pin pad and there's cameras. If what you say is true, how did they have time to get all this on eBay?
That's a good question. Even
you as an MP, if you showed up,
maybe they didn't know it was missing until next inventory because they worked in the arms room, so they hid it for a while. Or they worked in the storage. I don't even know if it was in an arms room itself, but I'm sure.
Did it specifically say it was one hit at 3 a.m?
Oh, they
sneaking stuff home.
I think they were sneaking stuff periodically. I think it might have been a one hit. I don't know. I don't remember. But anyway,
that would make more sense. Yeah, that would make more sense if there's no need to be alarmed. But if there was an alarm and there was a holy cow, look, all this stuff is missing, you'd think it would be quick to just let's find who did.
Right. Yeah.
So if it was more slow and methodical, maybe they'd get away with longer.
Yeah.
So
and plus,
I'm needing to believe it.
They worked in there, so they didn't report it.
That's good too.
You know, inventory on certain stuff like what 10% every month, then 100% every year, or something like that.
Yeah, but they're not. I don't think they monitor the alarm login stuff, and maybe there's nothing in place. Maybe there's nothing in place to trigger any curiosity if there's a 3 a.m. or 2 a.m. login.
If there's an alarm, you probably don't even know. I mean, if you're don't set an alarm off. I mean, alarms are monitored by the MP station, so if you don't set it off, MPs don't know if you're going out to the field or anything at that time.
Right. But the logs are being tracked. And even when you're working in an arms room, there were a whole bunch of reasons you can be there at 2, 3 a.m. in the morning.
Yeah.
So I guess that.
One reason is stealing millions of dollars worth of equipment.
Right. That's one of them, but I never got away with that one. I did have a buddy of mine, and you're out there, you know who you are, who was an armorer with me. He pretty much cleaned out the whole candy machine that was in front of the arms room. But he didn't keep it all. He put it all in a bucket for all the MPs that were coming to turn in weapons to take.
He broke into it?
He used like a coat hanger and started pulling them off the shelves. Like, dude, what is wrong with you? They put you in an arms room worth of millions of equipment and weapons, and you're out here stealing candy. Like, what is wrong with you?
Well, the candy's not owned by the government, so Well, maybe it is. I guess the government paid for the candy to be in that machine. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe it's a tax. Maybe that's what it was. It's just an extra tax.
Actually, no. All that money, all that money in those machines go to the MWR, doesn't it?
I don't know. I don't know if that's official. I don't even know where they come from. I don't know if they're just
Yeah, I
authorized
don't know.
people on there. I never got into that side of it because AFES was like a distributor, right? I don't think AFES
Yeah, I
wasn't
don't
like a
know.
military. They were a contractor.
They are a contractor, yeah.
Yeah. So, anyways,
Well,
all right. Enough. We'll beat that one.
speaking of inmates,
Yeah. So, New York governor signs legislation to change the term inmate to incarcerated individual.
we just change it. We change names for everything in this country. Inmate is too offensive to an incarcerated individual.
What does it even mean? Like, there has to be a meaning behind the word inmate.
So now
Like,
they're going to
they
have to go
just create
change.
up a
They're going
word.
to spend all this money changing signs and whatever else they have already put it as inmate. All this money has to be spent now to change a word. Oh, well, the state itself says enough. New York.
Well,
Imagine that.
the problem is if it was just New York and it was just their money and that stuff, it wouldn't be a problem. See, that's the problem with California and New York. They do all this stupid stuff, crazy stuff, and everybody's like, "That's ridiculous! You're wasting all this money." Blah 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 blah. And then they go and say, "Oh, we don't have enough money," and they take our tax dollars to actually pay for the crap that needs to be paid for.
Yeah, if it works, keep doing it.
Yeah, it's just like the Air Force stealing money from the military or from the government. It's just crazy that we're paying for all this crap. You say, "Oh no, we're not."
Every
New
tax,
Yorkers are.
every tax, no bullshit.
Right. New Yorkers are paying for the crazy stuff, and we're paying New Yorkers to do what they're supposed to be paying. It's just dumb. I don't know, man.
I wonder what inmate complained and said, "I don't like the word inmate. I want to be called an incarcerated individual." Don't be an inmate. You won't have that name.
We used to call them prisoners, right?
Yeah. That's a bad name too? No.
Yeah. I mean, what about in the military? What do we do when we have POW camps? What we do?
They were not POWs. They
Would
were
be captured personnel camps.
no, I forgot.
Captured individual camps. CIC.
I forgot. No. They weren't POW camps. They were detainee facilities. Yes.
Right. So they're no longer prisoners of war.
Well, we weren't at war.
Well, that's what I'm talking about. If we have a prisoner of war, like a camp for prisoners of war, we got to change that too.
Incarcerated individual of war?
No, of a battle between two divided nations.
No, here's a battle going on.
Two House Democrats asked Wyoming Dems to switch parties to vote for Liz Cheney in primary.
So these two Democrats want two Democrats in Wyoming to change to Republican.
Not two Democrats in Wyoming, the Democrat voters of Wyoming.
Oh, right? I say it now. I was assuming
maybe you're right.
No, I think you're right. I thought it was the Dems in the House. They wanted to. I'm like, it's only a couple votes, but yeah, the way you're reading it, the Dems in Wyoming, that'd be a lot more people.
Yeah, the whole headline's really confusing, but that's what I interpret it as because I wanted to sound intelligent.
So it is the two House Democrats of Wyoming, I'm assuming, asked the Democrats registered in Wyoming to change parties to vote for Liz Cheney.
Right. And what does that tell you right off the bat?
Corruption.
Anybody who said rhino, you've got two of the opposing party now supporting you. Can you say rhino?
Well, Liz Cheney's not even a Republican anyway, so.
Well, right, but she claims to be.
Yeah.
She claims to be. So obviously, this is.
But if Wyoming Republicans are smart enough, they should know better and say no.
Yeah, of course. I don't know, man. This kind of stupid stuff. This is just dumb. It's just stupid.
How do you blatantly say, "Hey, switch parties and vote for this person"?
Yeah,
what's wrong with the Democrat that's running in Wyoming? These House Dems don't even want that. They don't want the Democrat to be voted, or what? I don't get it. Or do they want Liz Cheney to win the primary, and then they'll switch back and be Democrats, and then vote for the Democrat in the?
Right. It's just the
In
primary,
general,
right?
I mean,
So
yeah.
what about the general election?
Well, in general, you can vote for anybody, so you can vote Dem or
But
Republican.
that's what I'm
Doesn't
saying.
matter what
So
you're registered as.
do they
So
want
they're
the
saying,
Wyoming Democrats to vote for her just for the primary so that nobody can beat their candidate? Is she like literally just a fall guy?
oh, could be because they don't want the other person running against her to win, because then they have a chance of beating the Democrat running.
Like, what do you tell them who to vote for after? Say Cheney did win the primary. Now it's Cheney against the Democrat.
Yeah, now
What
what
are
are
you
you gonna
telling
do?
them now? Oh no, vote for the Democrat now.
Well,
Like,
I don't think it really matters who wins that one. They're pretty safe if either one of those two win.
and I don't think you can just switch parties like this late, can you?
I don't know when their primary is, so it's a certain amount of time you have to switch beforehand. I don't know when theirs is, but who knows? They might have changed the rules. You can switch the day of. They're trying to make that a rule. Remember?
Yeah, I think maybe some states can do that. Yeah, I think it's state by state, obviously.
Yeah, they're all state by state.
Well, I don't know. Well, Wyoming people are that stupid? They probably deserve Cheney.
Probably. You done with Cheney?
I'm done with her. Cheney. I've been done with her. So, Federal Reserve study. Listen to me. Federal Reserve study. Okay. Ending pandemic aid led to substantial rise in employment.
You guys have a study to figure that out? Like we use government funds for this study to say, oh, if we take money away from people, they will go to work.
Well, it's just funny though, dude. It's funny that we talked about this the last episode, I think, talking about the jobs created and all that stuff.
Oh, yeah,
It's funny because these Democrats and Biden were doing like a celebration dance about, look at all the people that got jobs now. And their own people said, yeah, that's kind of what happened when you
open the country back up.
Let people go back to work.
Allow them to work again.
I mean, at the end of the day, it's embarrassing because who is this stuff fooling? Like, who's the idiot on the other side saying, wow, but he created so many jobs?
I keep seeing pumping how they're lowering the gas prices. I didn't think you had anything to do with the gas prices.
The same man that stood before everybody, right? The same man stood before everybody and said, oh, I can't do nothing about gas prices. Hey, look, I just lowered the gas prices.
I mean, I'm not complaining they're going down at all, not one bit. But don't be taking credit for something you can't.
Who is falling for this crap? And I don't even mind him taking credit if he wasn't trying to pass blame 2 months ago.
Yes.
You want to take
credit for the rise, take credit for the fall. It happened
on your watch. But don't be passing blame when things go bad and then trying to take credit when they're good. Everybody can see through that crap. You're like the annoying little sibling that just gets everybody in trouble and then goes off and does those bad things themselves. It's crazy. But who's buying this crap? Who's believing it?
We'll see in November who's believing it.
Yeah, and I'm going to tell you now, get out and vote. Don't think there's any kind of wash or anything. Don't think there are any tricks up their sleeves. They're still doing it. As you learned in the last episode and obviously in the news lately, they're going after Trump and all the rivals. I think they even went after one of the congressmen. They took his phone or something. And
I saw that.
Crazy, right?
And just remember, vote your local level too. Vote at your local level too.
And you know what's sad about it? The people cheering this on don't realize that they're the ones that were saying Trump was like Hitler or they're fascist. This is fascist behavior. Like, these people are unbelievable.
No, it's different. It's different.
Oh, it's a different kind of fascism, right? It's a kind of loving fascism because we're right. So clearly it will work this time because we're correct.
Duh.
And I'm done with this. I'm done with these people out there. Not you people that watch us and support us. Obviously, the people that are allowing this crap to happen and doing absolutely nothing, which we've got accused of too, doing nothing, even though we're at least speaking about it. Anyways, that is all the time we're going to give this episode. Thanks again, Nate, for joining me. Thank you guys out there for tuning in. Get involved, comment. Appreciate your comments. And until then, Godspeed.
And pull the pin ready. Boom.
Thanks for joining us here. Pull the pin already. We hope you had as much fun as we did. If you like what we do, go ahead and hit that like button and share this video with a friend. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that bell button so you don't miss out on any of our future episodes. But most importantly, Leave a comment below. Let us know if you agree or disagree with our opinion. Hope to see you here next time on Pull the Pin Already.